Great. And what has today's conference been all about?
It's been really about just honing in on workspace, what are the ways we can develop a really nice workplace strategy and what some of the tools and levers we can use to get us on the right track up front so it's well planned and well executed.
And now everyone really admires the ASB building here at the Wynyard Quarter. Tell us a little bit, how has that affected employee performance or employee morale?
Yeah, sure. Well, it's a great space to work in, and before we came down there was a bit of reluctance. You always get that when you're moving to a new building, but being a well-designed and well-thought-out space, staff are really happy working in there, so that's the first thing. Secondly, it's a very effective and efficient space to work in, so staff are finding that it really supports the way they want to work, and we've really focused in on that activity-based working piece whereby we support staff with a good technology solution and a good properties solution to work really how they want to work. So the big focus on is supporting people how they want to work.
And now, did you also have to align with some overarching business objectives, or how did that work?
Well, absolutely. We always had an eye very early on what the business vision is and where we are as a company. And really it's about supporting the customer ultimately. And that's what drives shareholder value for a corporate like ASB. So for us, to get that customer piece right, we need to be very agile and very nimble and have information at hand to support the customer requirements. And that's really the space we're in. And this building, with its technology and property solution, is designed to support that. So ultimately, it's all about the business and shareholder value. Yep.
And now, how long did it take you from concept to shovel in the ground to get that building built?
Well, we were really 2 years up front, so we spent quite a bit of time planning this out, a year looking for sites while we started to think about what sort of a work style and workspace we wanted to be in, and then a year's deep dive into briefing, interviewing our general managers and key staff on what sort of things made them tick as business. So there's a good year up front of deep dive before we engaged our consultant team. Consultants start designing. 6 months down the track, we put the spade in the ground. So really 2.5 years up front, but a year of intensive work. Yeah.
So what are you getting out of today's conference?
Yeah, for me it's about reinforcing, what we know works well and getting other people's views on it and being in a room with lots of other experiences around similar projects, but also just finding some new tools and tricks and levers to pull. So no one can know it all, and it's good to take experiences from other companies and other businesses back into where I work. So very valuable 2 days away from the coalface.
Right. And now, last question. How does budget impact the workplace you're able to create?
Sure. Well, budget's one of those immovable things. You can't move it. So when you work in a corporate, there's no such thing as budget, extra budget. You've got a budget, you have to work to it, and you have to work within it. So that's the bottom line. You just need to know where the levers are you can pull to extract most value out of budget. And a lot of that is about designing up front and briefing up front to make sure you're spending money in the right direction.